Often we're surrounded by people who live in poverty and we don't recognize it. The pain comes behind closed doors. We often think of poverty as having different elements like a lack of education or unemployment, or not having health insurance, living in a poor place, or not having reliable transportation. And the truth is that poverty is all of those things, but it's usually all of those elements combined that trap people in poverty. If they had an education and if they had different skills, they could get a job that would pay more and they could live in a safer place and take better care of their child.
We have roughly 70%, or just a little bit more than 70% of the students in the Tyler Independent School District are living in homes that are economically disadvantaged. And that means that their access to education is at risk. It means that more than likely they're living in a home where mom and dad did not go to college, did not obtain a post-secondary degree, so there's not that history, there's not that connection, there's probably not the emphasis on education and the importance of it for being economically viable and having a sustainable wage in the future.
When we did the needs assessment and looked at employment, 42% of the people that we interviewed said that they needed job training or job skills to either get a job or get a better job. But it's really hard for them to do that if they're working minimum wage and trying to pay bills, to get them time to go get more training or to get more education or even have reliable transportation to do that.
We learned 31% of people did not have reliable transportation. And another 33% of those that we interviewed said that they had either lost a job or did not accept a job because they didn't have reliable transportation.
We can have, as a community, the best schools, the best healthcare system, the best shopping malls and movie theaters. But if we cannot have access to those just because lack of public transportation, then we have further exacerbated that poverty level.
When you apply for a job, the first thing on the application almost is, do you have reliable transportation? Now, most people will say yes, even when they have no clue how they're going to get to and from work. They know if they say no, they're not going to get the job. So they say yes and hope.
A single mom may live in a place where she doesn't feel safe because she doesn't have a choice, because it's what she can afford.
For one-bedroom apartment in Tyler is $700 a month. Most families who are working one or two minimum wage jobs, that's out of their reach. We have needs that walk in our door every day, from homelessness, that somebody's sleeping in their car, or somebody's in a domestic violence situation and they need to be able to get out.
What's your problem? I'm trying to teach you.
Or somebody's got an eviction notice, somebody has a foreclosure notice on their house and they need financial assistance. And the reason that walks in our door every day is because people can't afford rent here in Tyler because it's so incredibly high.
Often there's no health insurance for that parent. Children who are impoverished are usually on Medicaid or CHIPS, but parents are not. So when mom is sick, she doesn't get medical care, and those things can easily escalate.
With our poverty population, people will go to the emergency room, they'll wait to the last minute, they'll be in excruciating pain, and they want things done at a fast rate, and that could be really costly and expensive for any other hospitals, for the healthcare industry, and also for them. They can't afford to keep going to the emergency room.
I'm third or fourth generational here in East Texas. There's a lot of paradigmal thinking that people in poverty are there by choice, not by circumstance or any other reason.
And I think that may be part of the reason why we tend to not want to talk about poverty, because we think of it as being lazy.
There's a mentality that if a person would just pick themselves up and just pull themselves up by their bootstraps, then everything would be okay.
It's the Rose City, and we want to wear rose-colored glasses. We want to think that everyone lives in a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 3-car establishment because that's what looks good and that's what portrays the city as being successful. But cities can show success in the ways that they respond to problems.
We all live our own life and we go through our daily routine and you don't see it if you're not aware of it. But once you start learning the signs of it and you become more aware of your surroundings and the people around you, I think you will start seeing it.
Everybody's working very hard in trying to help people in poverty. And everybody's doing the best they can with the resources they have and the staff and manpowers that they have. The reality is that's fallen short because our poverty rates continue to go up. We continue to do the same things over and over again.
Through social services, historically what we've done is we've been able to alleviate poverty, the symptoms of poverty. We're alleviating, we're not reducing. We're allowing people to get by instead of get out of poverty. It's simply a matter of great intentions, but not working collaboratively so that all the pieces of the puzzle that provide stability are available to individuals. We started ETHNN because we recognize, all of us service providers recognize, that alone we can't address this issue, that it's too complex, but that together we could